Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas, and today I'm going to share a testimonial from one of our clients that recently received his permanent resident card, otherwise known as a green card, through the Violence Against Women's Act, VAWA. In his testimonial, I've asked him to share a detailed account of the steps that it took before he received his permanent resident card. So I think that he did a very good job of that. So again, stay tuned to watch this testimonial from our client, and thank you again for watching Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that we can make immigration easier to understand.
Yes, I do. My name is Aziz Wemi Mosansi. No, I wasn't up for any competition. I agreed to take this part of interview because I want to educate other people out there that there's genuine lawyer out there that can really see your case through, and I want to use it as a platform to grow the fame of their good work. I learned about this office when I had my issue. My friend referred me to this place when he was still in FM 96 in year 2020. I had issue with my immigration case with my wife when they sent a letter of intent to deny. My wife refused to come up with the document and assist me to work through it. He insisted that she's not going to and started threatening me of divorce. So I spoke to my friend, and my friend said, "Oh, you already met a lawyer that attorney that I can go to." So when I came to your office, I told you about it, and you told me my case. I have a case that can go through. In my own word is violence against human that is mistreated in the marriage and the that's the meaning of my own word. Yeah, I submitted my VAWA petition in 2020 October 18 or 16 to 18, 2020 October. After I submit my work VAWA petition, they sent me a receipt, and after 2 weeks they sent me a biometric, and after the biometrics, about 4 months, 3 weeks later, they sent me prima facie for VAWA, which makes it about 3 to 4 months. Biometric is just an appointment that you go in very quick. They take your fingerprint to do your background check and criminal check. It's a letter that is issued to you prior before your work authorization in case you need any medical benefit or any benefits, government benefit to support yourself if you're not working. Yes, I was afraid to apply for government benefit because I was currently working in the corrections and I was making enough money, so I thought there was no need for me to apply for benefit. But when I changed my work schedule to part-time, I did at a point apply for medical benefit, which I later dropped when I got another job. EAD is a work authorization that gives you quick access to apply for a job. After I received my EAD card, it takes about 6 months for me to receive my EAD card, but after that the government keeps sending prima facie every 6 months till when decision is made on my VAWA case. I would say it's about 2 years. After I was approved, my attorney called me and congratulated me and told me he's going to send a letter to the Houston office to schedule my green card appointment. It's about 3 months. My attorney prepared me for the green card interview, and it was very, very knowledgeable about it. He told me every angle, everything, and I went in for the interview and I met everything just the way he prepared me. What happened at the interview, I came in, I passed through the checkpoint where they are going to check you with the metal detector. I took off my shoes, my wristwatch, my belt, and I went through. They scanned me through, and they told me if I have anything, I should make sure I bring it out, and I put it in the bowl. And I went through the biometric and I scanned myself in. When I got in, I went in to check in at the reception. I'm here for an interview. They gave me a ticket and they wrote the number of the ticket on my letter of interview that I came in with. Then I moved to the left side where I sat down and wait for them to call me on the mic or come out from the room one door to call me first. So my wait time when I sat down was about 30 minutes when my interviewer came out to call me. my number. Then I went in for my interview. Nothing problematic happened at the interview. The interviewer asked me questions about yes or no questions, and I answered them correctly, and that was all about it. Nothing really special. Wow, that was a great surprise of my life. I wasn't expecting it to be. It only took that same day on my interview, and I was surprised when I got the call from my lawyer. I was blown out. I didn't really believe it until when he sent me a notification of it. Then I was like completely blown out. 2 weeks. When I came to David Nguyen office, I didn't believe I had a strong case because I was going through a lot with my marriage, and I wasn't, because she doesn't really want me to use a lawyer, and at the point they wanted to deny my case, that was when I was running after trying to get a lawyer. I was lucky to find a good one. So when I came in and explained my case, and when I explained my case to David Nguyen, he asked me if I have any supporting document. At the time, I didn't have no supporting document, no nothing. Then he asked me a few questions. If I was, how did I feel about the marriage? Did I feel like I was treated out? And I explained everything, the way I was treated in my marriage. Then he told me, it looks like I have a case, that this is the route he's going to take my case. And they prepared my case so well that at the point when we were preparing the case, we keep going back and forth. It took us almost 8 months before we really finalized about my case, and when they feel comfortable and they send my document in. And behold, when it came in, it was just one-time approval without no evidence, without no request for evidence. It took 8 months to finish my case because they are very knowledgeable about what they're doing. I don't think they want to send a case they don't believe in into immigration. They want to have to make sure the case is really, really firm and really, really strong to make them win, as they call themselves. So they prepare for winning. That's what I believe. And that's why it took 8 months. It was all for winning. What the office did for me, I couldn't do for myself, is the legal and preparing my case for winning. I couldn't do it myself because I remember I did my filing myself when we put in the document with my wife, and it was so, I regret it because I should have used a lawyer from day one, because I wasn't really knowing which one is good and which one is not. But with the way David prepared my case and the firm prepared my case, it was really professional. I remember how I felt. I remember I was in a coffee shop after the interview. I dropped down. I was supposed to log in for work. So I went to Starbucks and I sat down. And he called me. And I was like, what's David calling me for? I was scared to pick up the call. Then when I picked it, he said, Aziz, your case has been approved. And I was like, no, you're not serious. That's not true. Because what the interviewer told me was they were going to send a letter to my attorney, and he wants my attorney to respond to that letter. But when he called me and said my case was approved, I was completely blown up. It was just a surprise. Then I felt, if you're having issues like me, I would advise you to get a strong lawyer like David that knows what they're doing, the firm that can really that can make your case more stronger. But one of the mistake I learned from everything is not having a legal support in everything I've done. And I feel like there's no how I'm gonna go through anything again that I will not request for. So if you're having a case like me, please don't hesitate to come to their office, ask for help. If you are not close to in Houston, wherever you are, you can still go ahead and still email them. They are fast responding when it comes to emails, calls. They return calls. Whether they know you or they don't know you, they return your calls. I think you need to contact an attorney for your case if you need help. Don't hesitate, please. My future goals is to go back to school. I'm planning to go back to school where I need to have a different degree in cybersecurity and improve my skills, and be with my family, and enjoy life and input back to the community in the US. That's my goal. And I'm going to be petitioning for my son from Nigeria. I'm going to use David as well. Throughout my case, he's my immigration lawyer right now. There's nothing I'm gonna do without consulting him, because I love the service. I'm gonna petition for my son. At the same time, I'm still gonna do my citizenship by God's grace. Finally, I just want to encourage everybody there. If you're having issues like me, please make sure you seek a very knowledgeable attorney to handle your case. Don't give up. I was almost about to give up. I was almost about to go back to Nigeria because I was intimidated, threatening to be deported. But I remember before I came to David's office, I cried because I thought, everything is gone. But when I got to his office, that same day I got there was the same day I made my decision that I'm gonna go with David, and everything came out great. Don't hesitate, don't give up. Give it a try. Give it a good attorney service, please. Thank you so much for listening to my testimony.
At David Nguyen's law office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David.